All through the late night.
You gonna get on the stage, you better act like you know, nah, ain't no nah. Stay right here, G. Yo, if you come out that pit, you gotta jump back in that bitch. You say you too what? You too heavy, man. Get your man. Yo. Yo, it's either this or you go home, OG. It's either this or you go home and the whole. Hey, yo, if he can't do this, I want the whole VCU tomorrow to let him know tomorrow, bro, you came on Travis Scott stage and you looking like a little.
Sleep through day, then we play all through the late night. Sleep through day, then we play
All through the late night. The God himself, Travis Scott. Shout out my friend Tommy for letting me borrow his room while I filmed this.
Hi, you guys.
Disclaimer, I'm obviously not the biggest Travis Scott fan, and I don't know everything about him. I went based off the stuff like I was like exposed to or familiar with. So this artist, I don't know if I should call him a rapper because he quoted in one of his songs, Apple Pie, I'm everything except a rapper, so I'll just follow him. This artist has like a big ass influence on me. Out of all the artists, or is that how you say it? Artists? Artisti?
Artist.
Artist?
Out of all the artists.
Artist?
It's
No,
already
artist.
plural.
Okay.
Artist.
Yeah, he seems to connect with me the most. Even though I say that, The Weeknd is still my top favorite artist, but that's for a different story, a different video. Travis Scott like hit me here the most, you know? Like he's not like a lyricalist. I mostly like mess with his beats and his flow. They go crazy. And his ad-libs, of course. They're legendary. How I started becoming a Travis Scott fan was actually, okay, I've always known about Travis Scott and I've known like some of his songs, but when I started like becoming more into him was from that one song, Oh My This Side. Me and my friend Marcel would always like go to the gym together, and then on the way back he would play that song. It had a good rhythm to it. I remember I used to always tell him, oh, play that one song. He goes, oh my. And then he'd be like, oh my god, fine. Because I used to always say that. And then ever since then, I've been like looking more into his music. What I also liked about Travis Scott was he also had that like rock star type feel to it, like an intense rager. Like to me personally, I'm like a quiet person. I don't really talk too much, and I'm a very like visual person. So yeah, it just seems to match my imagination. The first time I've seen Travis Scott live was at Rolling Loud at Monument View. To be honest, that was like the deal breaker for me. Like if he wasn't performing, I probably wouldn't have gone to Rolling Loud. But since he was like a headliner, I was like, okay, I'll cop a $200 ticket. I went with two of my coworkers.
Okay, I got it, copy.
Hey.
2020, but I can't see nobody.
Yeah, we just rented out an Airbnb, and it was hella funny too, because that was my first time, well, that was our first time renting out an Airbnb.
What's a nut on the ass? That's an ass shot. Drink this shit, bitch. No. Hey, fall out, yeah, duh, we all finna fucking. Never mind, Darian just hit me in the forehead. He just gave me a black eye.
And the house that we stayed at actually had two other groups of people in the same house. And we had to share a bathroom because we thought like, oh, we're getting this big ass house. It's gonna be all to ourselves. We get to turn up and do whatever and shit. But nah. So when he was coming up on stage, he was the last person, so everyone was like waiting for him. And when he was coming up on stage, I actually like shed a tear because I was that excited. I was so ready. I was pumped. And I was like a little bit drunk too, so a little bit more dramatic.
Darian is fucked up at Rolling Loud. He's supposed to be. He's been falling on top of people. Like people have been like catching him. Look at him.
But yeah, then this guy like in front of me just turned around for some reason, and he saw like that tear and just like, bro, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm just ready for Travis Scott. And he's like, oh, I feel it. And once he came out, he opened with The End. feel like that's one of like the best openings I've ever heard in a concert. And I've been to like a couple, not a lot, but like I'm probably being biased too, but still. He brought out his bird. If you guys don't know, he opened for Kendrick Lamar during his tour. Travis Scott would be on this bird, like hung from the ceiling, and it would just be flying around stage.
Say what? Say what?
So he brought that out, which is crazy. And the funny part is, my friend's cousin, and this girl both had Kendrick Lamar tickets, and Travis Scott was opening for that concert. And I was so ready to go, and I was like asking people, and no one else could go, and I was damn near about to go by myself. I didn't end up doing that. It all worked out in the end because I still saw him on the bird. So yeah, second time I've seen him was at the next year at Rolling Loud. That shit was dope too, because that's when he came out with Astroworld, so he played a couple songs from there. And he played Skeletons for the first time, live. And then the last time I've seen him, which is the third time, was at the Astroworld concert in Sacramento.
It's one of my favorite songs on the motherfucking album. If you know this shit, sing it as loud as possible. Chase me the crazy girl, but I
Man. So yeah, the people that I went to the concert with was Russell, Eugene, and his little brother Yuri. And we met up with my brother, Justin, and his friends. My brother had like the most fire outfit there.
I got my 250.
A custom-made mock neck Astroworld jean jacket, which was like damn near $400. And he wore some cargo pants, and he had the Air Force One Travis Scott, the sail colorway, and he customized those too. Fire. I'm from the Bay Area, and there's one store called Dark Initiative. They had a first come first serve on the release of the Travis Scott Air Forces, and they only had 42 pairs, I think. And of course, me and my friend Eugene and Mondo were down. So we drove there around like 3 a.m. and the store doesn't open till like 12. And we camped out there for damn near like 10 hours. Of course, it was like worth it and stuff, but damn, all for some shoes. But it was worth it because I got them on right now. Here we go. You know, it's like a plain white with the gum outsole. And there's a lot of like different details and stuff. How I rock mine is I keep the grill on right here. What? Casey. Yeah, I keep my grill on. I took off the patch and I just rocked the OG swooshes, the silver ones. And like subtle details about them is like if you see like these kind of cream off-white like stitching right here, they all glow different colors. Like I think one of them's green, blue, and red. And this back logo right here, the Nike Air, is actually upside down, and the stitching glows in the dark. And they have a tiny ass Nike logo right here, right underneath the grill, and that glows in the dark as well. And it's funny how I figured it out was so on our way back from like picking up these pairs, we went into the tunnel, and I was just like looking down at them like the whole way home. And when we went underneath the tunnel, like I started like seeing green on them. I was like, what the fuck? Is it glowing? And then that shit was funny as fuck. Pulled out in the hood Toyota, drove back to the hood Lambo. Dance, myself. Around table, close. Yeah.